doodaddies and stuff. Sounds super old when I say that. Hi everybody, and welcome back to this week's episode of Brand Your Passion. Super excited that you are here to come and hang out with me today, and I'm pumped to talk to you about this topic because something that is asked of me all the time, basically in like any interview or whenever I say to people like, ask me any questions about branding and ask me about growing your creative business and things like that. This is literally one of the most common questions, so I'm here to answer it today. Don't you worry about it. I've talked about it a bunch. I'm excited to talk about it because I love talking about this kind of stuff. I feel like I have like a pretty fun approach to this kind of thing. I don't think I've mentioned yet on the podcast, maybe you've seen this on Instagram, but my like yearly theme this year is do you, be you, and have fun. And that's like my whole approach to my business and my brand and everything this year, but it definitely applies to this topic. So hopefully you're going to enjoy this episode. Without further ado, how about I tell you what the heck we're talking about? We are talking about how to grow your brand on Instagram. You're like, Holly, finally, thank you. This is the topic I've been waiting for. This is the thing that stresses me out the most. This is why I want to talk to you about it, because Instagram is stressful for so many people, right? It's like there's this crazy pressure to be perfect and to sell your stuff on stories and like show up every day and all of this intense stuff. And I'm like, no. That's not what we're here for. We're not here for any pressure. We're not here for any stress. Instagram is all about community, creativity, and being your gosh darn beautiful, wonderful, talented self, okay? So this is the new approach that we are taking with Instagram from today. I'm super excited to talk to you about how to grow your brand on Instagram without like losing your mind, okay? This is the thing, like I said, that I get asked the most. How do I grow my brand on Instagram? People are so like worried about this and really want to focus on it. So here to help you do that, but I'm here to help you do that in like cool, fun, stress-free way. Sound good? Okay, I'm just gonna dive in because I have, let me count, like 8 tips for growing your brand on Instagram. And the thing with these tips is that they are not those kind of things that you'll see on every tech blog's list of things that you should be doing on Instagram. These are things that I have tried, that I've seen my like clients and my club members try, that work, right? And that work in a way that is fun and stress-free and like a good time. I'm not giving you any sort of magic wand to magically grow your following overnight, and I'm not giving you any fake should tips. I'm giving you stuff that I believe has worked for me and that I've seen work in other people, so hopefully will also help you. So number one, and you probably would have heard this before, and this is the only, I feel like, classic Instagram tip that you're going to hear from me, is to just provide value. So focus on providing value to your audience. Your audience follow you for a reason, whether that's because they are super inspired by your work, or they love like the strategies and tips that you give them, or you show them behind the scenes of your process and they are trying to learn that same process, so they love that from you. So number one on like how to grow your brand on Instagram is to continue or keep or focus on providing that value, because the more that you do that, the more that people are going to be like, oh my gosh, you need to follow so-and-so because they continually like post the most valuable stuff I've ever seen, and I love it and it's amazing, and you also need to follow them. And the more that happens, the more you're going to show up in the algorithm and like all that, right? Provide value, and that doesn't necessarily mean educating people, right? People get stressed out about providing value on Instagram because they think that they need to teach something. They think that they need to be like an expert on social media marketing, or need to be an expert on art theory in order to teach somebody and provide value. No, it's not true. Value comes in many different forms. Value might be like educating somebody, but it also might be just inspiring them with your incredible work. or entertaining them because they find your stuff super funny, they find your work super relaxing to watch at the end of a long day. Value is so many different things other than just teaching. So if you're stressed out, like, oh my god, I'm like a cartoonist and I can't for the life of me think of what I'm going to teach people because I don't care about teaching, I don't want to teach people, I don't think that's my jam, and you're stressed out about it, you don't need to worry anymore. It's not just about teaching, it's about providing value in many different ways. So think about like, why do people follow me? What is the value they get from me, and how can I like keep doing that and do that even more? That is step number 1. Step number 2 sounds like super straightforward and obvious, but isn't really always done, right? And that is to make sure that you have links to your Instagram on your other platforms. Say you are on TikTok, you want to add your Instagram link to try and get people over to your Instagram. If you have a email newsletter, pop that Instagram link in the bottom of your email, in your signature or in your footer of your email newsletter so that people can easily click through. On your website, have a link to your Instagram so people can click through. Make sure that your Instagram is on all the things it needs to be on, because otherwise people aren't going to find you, and if they are finding you on other platforms, then they're just going to end at that platform. So make sure you have links to your Instagram on all your other magical goodies. Say you're recording a YouTube video all about like the process of creating an artwork or something, you can say, oh, and if you head over to my Instagram, you'll see the final framed pieces on my Instagram page. You can do similar things. Say you are, I've seen so many people do this on TikTok where they film the process of something and then put the finished thing on Instagram. So they're leading people to their Instagram. Same thing within your email newsletter. If you've written a blog post or something, you can say, head to my Instagram to see the insights that I got from this blog post, or to see some additional graphs, or like whatever. Lead people through to your Instagram if that's what you're trying to grow. Number 3 is to make the most of what Instagram like has on offer, right? This doesn't mean that you need to be making Instagram TVs and reels and guides and stories, feed posts and everything all the time, always, but it just means that use hashtags that are there. Make sure that you put them in your stories, put them under stickers and things like that. You make sure you're using the hashtags in your feed posts. You can use up to 30, put them on your reels, like things like that. Use the location tagger. You can mention other people, hop on and try reels. You can give an Instagram TV a go if you feel like it. Make the most of them, right? If you are trying to grow your Instagram, then you want to be using the things that Instagram uses to grow people's pages. So things like hashtags so that people find you in the hashtags, location tags so that you pop up in the location tags. They're prioritizing reels a bunch right now, so give that a go if you feel like it. It's super fun. I highly recommend it. You can try guides, right? I don't know, I haven't seen any statistics on like how guides are doing or how successful they are, but give that a go if you feel like it. Make a guide from content that you already have. Just try this stuff, make the most of it, and give it all a go and see what happens. Number 4 is something that is important across your whole brand, but is important as well on Instagram, and that is to think about the followers that you already have and how you kind of treat and reward them. It's actually a lot easier, it's a lot cheaper to keep current customers and get referrals from them than it is to get new people. So when you think about growing your Instagram following, the goal of growing your Instagram following, I can imagine, is probably to like get more customers, get more people to book in with you or buy your products or things like that. What you could be doing instead of trying to like, oh my god, I need to get like 10,000 followers or whatever, is to think about, what am I doing for my current followers? Am I having conversations with them? Am I giving them follower only discounts in my shop? Running giveaways that reward people who are already following me? Doing things that are all about loving on those people who are already in your audience, getting them to engage in your content and figuring out, okay, let me talk to them and see what they want from me. What do you want to see from me more on my Instagram? What value can I provide for you on Instagram on a regular basis? Treat your current customers and your current audience like royalty honestly, and give them what they want to see, obviously that also you like to be making, these people are magic. Get referrals and recommendations from them than it is to try and grow a new audience. Think about rewarding and celebrating and loving on your current followers and how you can do that. If you are trying to grow a new audience, reach new audiences, find new people to bring over to your Instagram, a great way to do that is to collaborate with people, similar industries to you or different industries to you, where maybe you collaborate with them on like Instagram live training, collaborate with them on a product that you can sell together and both kind of access to each other's audiences. Or maybe you are a guest on somebody's podcast, work with a brand that you can reach their audience. Collaborating with people is such a good way to, one, like just have fun in your business, meet new people and try new things, and collaborating is awesome, but it helps you to reach new audiences. If you are collaborating with another artist or another creative, you're going to reach their audience, they're going to reach your audience, it's going to be awesome. Collaborating with brands helps you do a similar thing. All of these collaborations are great in helping you grow your audience and to reach new people. So highly recommend collaborating. It's a great time. When you're doing that, the next step is to make sure that you're like mentioning people and starting conversations with people, tagging people and stuff, but only, please, only if it's like actually appropriate for you to be tagging them. So don't make a post and tag 50 people in the post who are not related to the post at all. You just want them to see your post. Please don't do that. It's very spammy and not ethical and not good. But if you are doing a collaboration with someone, you would tag them in your post. If you are like quoting somebody, tag them in your post. Or you're at a play, a restaurant, or you're at a gallery or something, tag those people in those places in your stories so that you're making connections, you're growing relationships, you are expanding your network of people who know who you are, who you can start connecting and collaborating with. Make the most of those mentions and tags features like I mentioned. Second to lastly is to make sure that you're like engaging with your community and with other people's communities as well. So, you know, if there are like artists online that you love and you want to collaborate with or you want to be friends with, support them online, comment on their posts, join their Facebook groups or their Discords or whatever they have. Like, make sure you're active in the community and be a visible person that people see online and know who you are, and you pop up in the right communities relevant to your brand and what you're up to. Make sure you are engaging in those communities, and then also in your own, obviously. So if people are commenting, if they're DMing you, they're replying to your polls, like things like that, have those conversations. Make sure that you're not just posting and then ignoring people. People are commenting, they want to engage with you, so make sure you're replying to them when you can and starting those relationships and just being like a cool person to talk to. Last but definitely not least is to have fun. Like I said to you, this is my theme for this year, but I think it's so relevant when we're talking about Instagram because there is that level of pressure. So I think it's so important to have fun on Instagram and make sure that what you're doing is a great time, you're enjoying doing it, you're learning something, you're having fun engaging in the community. Make sure you're having fun because people can tell. They can tell if you're like on Instagram and you're hating it and you're probably maybe talking about how much you hate being on Instagram and you're stressed out and all that stuff. Like, people can tell. Whereas if you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna have fun here, I'm creating my wonderful, artistic, beautiful, talented creations over here and having a great time, sharing that with you and having fun with what I'm posting and the content I'm making, people are going to be able to tell the difference. So make sure you're having fun. It's great for you, obviously, to have fun. It's great for your audience to experience you having fun. Those are my 8 tips for growing your brand on Instagram. Like I said, no magic wand, none of these things are gonna like give you 10,000 followers tomorrow, but they are gonna help you to grow your brand steadily, consistently over time, and in like a fun, chill out, community driven way. I hope this has been helpful in terms of you thinking about how you can grow your own brand on Instagram. If you want to talk about this more, obviously leave a comment below, DM me, let's chat about it. I would love to. But also, if you like want to join a bunch of creatives who are already talking about this kind of stuff and working on this on a regular basis, if you want to see a full training on growing your engagement online for your brand, you want to join the Creators Brand Club. This is my membership. It's a monthly membership full of like the coolest creatives ever. We've got a range of creatives, from like designers to social media people to copywriters to photographers to people who do incredible stuff like that, to like hand lettering people. There are so many cool people in there, and we've done one of the past trainings was all about growing your engagement online. It's really cool, really helpful, so you will get access to that and like all of the backlog of trainings, but you'll also get access to the coolest part, which is the community of people. So you can talk to these other creatives about like growing your Instagram, growing your brand, all of that good stuff. We have monthly office hours where we come together, talk about what we're working on, check in with each other, and just hang out. It's a really great time. So if you want to do that, there will be a link in the description somewhere or in the show notes of the podcast where you can sign up, join the club. It's a great time. You can pay monthly or you can pay for the whole year, and you get 2 months free if you do that. So yeah, come along, join the club. It's a great time, and I teach you stuff every month on a different topic, and we hang out together and all help each other work on these goals together. So I would love to see you there. It would be awesome. Other than that, if you've enjoyed this episode, please make sure to give it a thumbs up or leave a review on iTunes. Share this with anybody who you think would find it useful, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Posting and ghosting.